I finally figured out the link between Cancer and Aquarius. I don't know about you guys, but Cancer and Aquarius is a couple that I have seen all the time. Throughout all my years of doing astrology, I come across a lot of Aquarius and Cancer relationships, and I've always asked myself, like, what's the big deal? Why are these two so attracted and magnetized to one another? On a surface level, we know that they have a karmic connection with their synastry. Aquarius is drawn to the Cancerian emotion, but really at the end of it, Aquarius has to get something out of it. Like, we understand Cancer gets a break from itself. We all know how Cancer energy is, but then what does Aquarius get out of it? And I've been really like perplexed with the Aquarian side of things until recently. Okay, so hear me out. There's one thing that Aquarius and Cancer have in common. There's one thing that Aquarius and Cancer both want. And they want this thing more than the other zodiac signs. I would say that the other zodiac signs, it's not priority, it's not number one. However, for Aquarius and Cancer, it's their living, breathing oxygen. Okay, so the common trait that they have is that they both have a really, really deep longing need for belonging. You see, the definition of belonging is being a part of and having a place to call home, or having a group that includes you, having a space to rest securely in. The need for belonging goes back to your parental connections, and it even gets spiritual to God, okay? Because we all belong to God. That's why we all search for the word of God. That's why we all seek for higher truths in efforts to go back to God, to feel back home or back into a greater fabric, which technically is the feeling of belonging. Now, while other signs really want this and seek it out, like Sagittarius is a sign that will go to the ends of the world to get answers and to find the ladder back to God, which is why Sagittarius rules the ladder system. What happens in the in-between Earth and the heavenly bodies is Sagittarius domain. But the primal need of belonging comes fundamentally down to Cancer and Aquarius. Now, what I notice is that Cancer has an outwardly expression of it. A Cancer will show you if it feels safe or not. And if it doesn't feel safe, it may make it your problem, right? So it has a visceral expression of it, and it doesn't hold it back. Aquarius doesn't express this at all. Aquarius will just mentally navigate the domain and try to find ways that it could just slip in and camp out for a little bit, right? Because I always like to say that if you invite an Aquarius, they're going. And it's not a Gemini type of I'm gonna go, it's a I'm gonna make this shit happen, but I'm not gonna make it a big deal to you. I'm just gonna arrive and go to the corner. So when it comes to the Aquarian side, I've noticed that Aquarius will have the Cancer next to them process all the feelings of belonging. Aquarius feels all the same way. It has the same needs to be a part of something, but it has zero way of expressing it. Now, it is so karmically attached to Cancer because Cancer feels safe enough or can't necessarily hide that need. So it's a very safe and secure thing for Aquarius to latch onto that, because the Cancer is looking for belonging, and so is the Aquarius, and the Cancer will make sure it has a space to belong, whereas Aquarius will kind of go floating off, not knowing how to process the energy, truly not knowing how to process the emotions of not belonging. These relationships tend to last a really long time. The only downfall here would be that the Aquarius latches onto the Cancer too much. You guys wouldn't think that, but I see it. The Aquarius latches onto the Cancer and relies on the Cancer to purge all the emotions, and then can victimize them for that. The Aquarius could then use that back to throw it to them, like, you're emotional, you're out of whack, you're this, that. and use it against them in a very cold way. That's not cool. But in this type of karmic relationship, I would say that Cancer is the underdog here because it shows its cards, and Aquarius doesn't really show its cards. So while the Cancer will remember everything, the Aquarius can numb itself out and leaving the Cancer floating off into the oblivion of doubt. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I actually was raised by an Aquarius Cancer mix. Maybe this is why I attract it all the time, but I think it's so interesting.